The Ottomans have declared war on Genoa, considering this is Genoa. Oh well. Cost to justify trade conflicts minus 10%. I wonder how exactly that factors. Because the fabrication cost is 10. It's tiny. You do not need much of a spy network. So I wonder if the justify trade conflict cost reduction that Genoa gets reduces the amount of control over a node you need. If it does, then that is actually quite useful. If it doesn't, then it's completely pointless. Sorry, that was just me thinking through something. I was like, I wonder. Now I know of the true power of trade conflicts. I wonder if Genoa has actually risen slightly in my estimations. Go for a Gel next. I think that makes sense. In fact, we could even just do rebel suppression here. A new settlement. Gain base tax in Dominica. Our efforts to develop Dominica go on, but now some of the settlers have rejected our capital city and begun establishing a new settlement quite far from the original. Now people flock to that second settlement and we are left to split our efforts. Yeah, fine. Barcelona's been converted. Next up, Alicante. I always thought Alicante was in Portugal. I think I get Alicante and Algarve mixed up. Dominica's producing sugar. Marvellous. Sugar's really quite valuable. And... oh! I was going to say we're about to take a loan, but I'm not sure we necessarily will. And one thing which is to be considered is we do have a lot of corruption reduction. And it's going to be 10 years before we embrace the next technology. There are still ideas to come, but ideas are cheaper. You know what? I'm going to debase the currency once. We could even use that to pay a loan off, potentially. Meanwhile, Morocco is going after Castile. And again, if Morocco takes Castellan lands, then that's okay for me. Right, next up. Zaragoza. Zaracruz. Castile are claiming Alicante. How dare they? In fact, once this is done, then the whole of Sicily will be converted. Natives have attacked. Thankfully, I have a big army here, so, bye. And I have a new heir. Good spouse. 543. The heir is only 8 points, though. Not amazing. Not terrible, but not amazing. Right, let's turn page. Zark, we're going to go with you. Okay. And Nems is still pretty young. Savoy is no longer embargoing me. That's very kind of you, Savoy. Thank you so much. Alright, so opinion with Naples is now positive. Naples could actually start converting themselves. That does increase their liberty desire by 50%. Which means it'll go to 85. It does tick down, but it's frigging slow. I think it's actually quicker to just convert them myself once I integrate them. Oh right, yes, we could do knowledge sharing, couldn't we? Is there anybody who would like it? Nope. Florence, France and Venice are the most likely. So I can give it to Naples. So even though I have really high relations with Venice, they wouldn't accept. Bit weird. Local fortification expert discovered. Huesca has a fortification expert. This place just became a heck of a lot more difficult to conquer. England's announced France as a new rival. Triangle trade. Price of slaves has just gone up by 50%. That's a really early triangle trade. That didn't fire until 1600 and something in the Madagascar game. Recall you. Recall you. So now I can start fabricating on the Mamelukes again, I think. Possibly even the Ottomans. Now let's go for the Mamelukes. We're going to go and try and take the Delta region. Just started watching the Madagascar playthrough on YouTube. I'm loving it. Yeah, that was a really fun game. I do definitely enjoy the piracy mechanics in this, and I can't wait to try them out in multiplayer. Punic Aoasi? Our? Punicos? Thank you very much for the follow. I have no idea how you pronounce that. And Naples has got the sharing. Military theory. The military arm has always been a fascination for men everywhere. They've turned this fascination into concrete ideas that we can use. And we could get trade, which finishes off trade and gives me another merchant and also caravan power. Right, and I can convert a new place. Zaragoza. Any reason not to take this, except for the corruption? Nah. Oop. And we have a policy. We can get the banking system, which is interest per annum. We do have loans, and also trade efficiency. Plus, it's free, so sure, why not? Lost trade protection CV against the Ottomans, so be it. How's the relation improvement going? We can get another 60, so we can get them to minus 17. Getting them to 190 with the Tyrant Overlords that keep triggering is going to be impossible. And we can get another expansion idea, which we totally should do, because that increases global settlers. Good. Good, 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 good. Silly Bumblebee, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And we are apparently making money once more. So hopefully some of the rebel risk is going away. Majorcan separatists are going to rise up soon. Huesca has converted. Good. Let's jump you in a ship and send you over to Majorca, just in case that happens. And Sicily can go back to protecting trade. Palermo, are you owned by the Berbers? You are. Good. Genoa is. Barcelona is. Valencia is the capital. Zaragoza is. Tarragona is the only other one that probably could be and probably should be. Although you've been beefing up your military power quite a lot, but I think I am going to switch you. Although actually, how's your influence looking? The nobility could do with losing some territory. Across your country there is outrage that you would ally with a nation who holds provinces that are rightfully ours. I lose a claim on Burgos. I'm not going to lose that one. I'm going to put a positive spin on things. That would also give me access to Sevilla. New merchant, thank you. Where do I want to put you? Tunis would make the most sense. Is it really the most valuable, though? Ragusa. Ragusa's got 7, call it 8. You've only got 2. I think Ragusa would actually be the better option. Transfer trade power, that guy. Just double check you're protecting trade in Sevilla. You are. Let's make sure we call you that. Right, another conversion. And Central Reformation's doing Valencia. Excellent. So we're definitely... My initial policy is working, but I do want to do this. Zatavia. Let's do Zatavia. And let's change you to missionaries. And turn those edicts off, because I should not be paying for those anymore. Until I start converting in them again. When am I looking at repaying loans once I'm out of Reformation problems? Although I seem to be making a pretty decent turnover now. The tax problems from having people of wrong religion have cleared up. We probably can afford to repay one now. Let's do it. Devia's done. Next up, probably Albenga? Or Castillo? Let's do Castillo. Which is... same region. Time for an opportunist war on Castile. Yeah, one of the things I've decided is I'm not going to pick on Castile myself, because I kind of want to keep Castile as whole as possible, so that they can get colonies and things. So I have a legitimate threat near me. This is also why I refused to take the Iberian wedding, which I was offered. So if other nations take land from Castile, I'll take the land from them. But just going after Castile myself, no. I want them to go after me. Trying to make things harder. Rumours say that sailors came back from the trip sick like hell. The ones who didn't die on board infested the whole city with the disease. Quarantine it! Because my goal is to look east, and then they can go west. If you want to threaten ally France, yeah, I know. At some point I am going to have to go after France, because I want their Genoan territories. Valencia's been converted. I would... 200 colonists in Martinique is quite a big boost, but that is going to be effectively paying for 2 colonies. But it would also allow me to tie down Martinique right now. Let's do it. I'm also going to need to be rather more careful about protecting this area. I wonder if you do that, if you'll automatically hunt down natives. Message for the faithful. One of the great strengths of having a state church is the ability to reach out to the faithful in the country at once. A national day of prayer is coming up, and it's customary for the sermon of this day to be partly dictated by the central state church. What should the sermon focus on during the years ahead? So this is losing me church power. Well, actually, missionary strength versus heretics would be pretty useful. Let's do that. It's annoying that I don't have my church power stuff done yet. Yeah, you're a wimp. you're not going to do that yourself, are you? So one of the things I don't like about the rebel suppression is armies tend to be complete wimps when it comes to actually fighting rebels, and they won't do it. Unless they outnumber them like 10 to 1. Conversion successful. Next up, probably Albenga. Which is up here, so let's make you missionary strength. Have all of these provinces been converted? They have, so Valencia can now stop being missionary strengthed. And could be trade instead. Glorious. So Mallorca is still looking like they're going to rise up, and yet they still haven't. So I think I'm actually going to stick you in the ships and send you over here. And basically wait for them to do that. From east to west, this is the age of religious conviction, debates, and mass movements, and Europe Protestantism is entrenched. Blasphemy Act. Do it. So I do need to be a little bit concerned about my claims over here expiring. So a war against the Mamelukes has to happen sooner rather than later. Although we do have like 20 years on it. Cyprus has had rebels for a really long time and it still hasn't happened. Because those have been there pretty much ever since Venice took Cyprus. So I would have liked it if they did, sure. But they just haven't yet. I think we do need to do a war against the Mamelukes. They have a smaller military than me. That on its own bodes badly. And their fleet is laughable. Oh, my galleys. Oh, never sent you home to repair. Oops. Also, we seem to have gained a cog. Fine. Albenga's been converted. Next up, Toril. So Aragon, missionary strength. Castile are claiming things, but I don't think Castile is in any position to do anything. Where are my galleys? Oh, they're over there. In that case, I want you over on that side. France is at war with Brittany. Okay. I really wish I could just provoke these Majorcan separatists into just... There we go. Triggering. Good. Right, well, as that has now been done, rebels are not a threat for a little while, I think it's time to go after the Mamelukes. How many loans do I have? 1. Will I be quicker to unite Italy under my rule as Aragon than in the Italian game? Probably. I mean, I've already got Genoa, Florence and Naples done. And Sicily, obviously, I start with. Although, how on earth I'm going to integrate Naples, I honestly have no idea. That Tyrant Overlord penalty is just killer. I think I'm just going to have to really anger Naples and just force them to convert. Opinion must be positive, okay. Well, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bribe you. Although it's a PU. PUs happen automatically in time, don't they? didn't need to pay them that much. Misremembered how much they liked us. They have claims on Sicily and they keep saying, hey, give us Sicily, and I keep going, no! Right, am I rivals with the Ottomans? Pretty sure I am. Yeah. It's not the Ottomans I'm going after though, it's the Mamelukes. Can I go and rival the Mamelukes instead of Burgundy? Yes, I can. So Burgundy, I can stop embargoing. We can do the Mamelukes instead. Because I'm about to declare war on them, so I would like to have the power projection from doing so. Right, Navy. You ready to go fighty? Soon. That's just refreshing alone, not taking a new one. Oh, I'm losing money by rooting out corruption. That's what's going on. Let's cancel that, and then I'm actually making money despite the fact I'm reinforcing, which is nice. There we go. Right. I think for this war, although you're disloyal, so you're going to ignore me regardless, but I'm going to tell you to go siege them down. Forced religion. Okay, that is ticking down, albeit slowly. One more month. Let you get a little more strength for the heavy. Tutorials converted. Next. So sorry. Which is that. You're still missionarying. You've completely converted, so I can't change you away from that just yet. Tarragona still needs to go. As does basically the whole of Andalusia. And you're still doing Tarragona right now, so in fact you can go to protect trade. And as soon as Caesarea is done, so can you. Although, you don't actually generate any trade, so that's irrelevant. You're already doing it. You've got missionary strength. Nice still needs to be converted. Okay. Aha! We have another converted. Anhalt. So Germany is going to be really quite Protestant. Unfortunately, it's unlikely that Scandinavia will be. I am, and I'll be converting Italy. I can probably convert France. It's unlikely that Austria will. This is going to be quite an interesting League War when that fires. Okay. 97%. Good enough. Miltech 9. I'm actually ahead of them. I'm 10. I'm really enjoying playing a nation that has decent technology again. Doing that with Madagascar was irritating. I could also take fort defense or land maintenance. I don't think I need either of those. If that was discipline or morale, I would take it. Mamelukes, do you have any military advantages? You have got additional cavalry combat. Manpower recovery and discipline. Plus being Islamic means you can have more cavalry in your armies. And I am still very artillery heavy, but I'm about to drop 40,000 troops on your land. And the Mamelukes still have a standing army of 31. No, that's manpower. 28. So, sheer weight of numbers, I win. Plus their allies. Aden and Hormuz are the only ones that are probably decent size. Cav not good, though I love it still, says Doomed World. Why am I not surprised by this? I mean, Mamluk cavalry is usually fairly decent. It's not on Poland levels, but it's not terrible. Let's see if we can find the Mamluk fleet while they're at sea. Because they'll almost certainly try to run away as soon as this war starts. Then again, maybe not. Just bringing our armies a little closer. I could get military access through Venice. And I've already got fleet basing on them, which is why I can reach all of this stuff. So I could go and land in Crete and then use that as a staging ground, as opposed to Malta. And they're already an ally, so I might as well. Okay, let's do this. So we are going for Tirana. Well, Dana is going to be easier to hold, so we're going to go for Dana. We're not calling in any allies, they're going to be joined by all of theirs. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Are you seriously saying that you need the entire fleet here to blockade that? That seems to be what you're saying to me. Alright. Well, we can use the transports to blockade as well. Then I think I'm going to grab you lot and have you blockading as well. Right, let's go and pick up the Sicilian forces. We've got the Cretan forces to reinforce as soon as is necessary. And Castile beat Morocco. Huh. I'm actually surprised by that. Well played, Castile, I guess. So my plan here is to take Tirana, sit on it, and then I can backfill while I try and siege down Alexandria. Income, currently 7 ducats. We're actually doing okay for money. Ferrara! New draperies. A new technique for the fabric production has begun to emerge amongst the cloth workers of Ferrara. The so-called new draperies are much thinner, lighter and cheaper than the thick woolens that used to be in demand. I have both wool and cloth, but cloth is just more valuable, so yay! That's a big boost for us. We have 3 cloth producers.